Hi, everyone. We're here at the Metals Investor Forum doing backstage interviews, and I have Mark Ayranto, who is CEO of Silverco. Mark, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Peter.
Pleasure. And so you've got an exciting story, a company that is about to go public, some high-grade silver, something that is quite uncommon as you put that package together in the silver space. So we're going to chat about Silverco and get into some of the details.
Yeah, look forward to it.
All right. So Mark, why don't we start with telling us what was the genesis for Silverco in terms of the background, how you got your flagship asset, who operated it before, and where things were, where they're going.
Sure, that's great, Peter. So Silverco right now is a private company. We are in the middle of an RTO process with a ticker Q, and we expect that to be done here in early Q4 of this year. The genesis for Silverco itself is in 2023, Sierra Metals ran the Cusi mine, which is in north central Mexico. It's an underground silver mine with associated mill and all the infrastructure. That was an asset that was a little bit orphaned in Sierra. And then, of course, with falling silver prices at the time, Sierra placed that asset on care and maintenance in 2023. Charles Funk, who's the CEO of Heliostar, had been following that for a while and was able to negotiate with Sierra Metals to acquire the Cusi mine, which was then put into Silverco. So that was the original origin. And since then, we've acquired not only the Cusi mine, but some other really high-grade packages of land adjacent to and within the broader claim group. As well as we kicked off a 5,000-meter drill program in 2024, arguably made 2 new discoveries that we're taking advantage of, and more recently are in the middle of a 15,000-meter drill program right now, probably halfway through. So when we do finish the RTO, we're going to have a lot of great news, and really excited about the opportunity, especially the exploration upside and the real near-term restart potential. Partly with silver going to $45.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
There's a lot of buzz with the silver price and the silver space. We've seen stocks start to move. You could be in an interesting position. Doesn't mean that things won't move quickly for you as well, but at least when you come to market, you've got sort of that base to start with, and hopefully it'll draw a lot of attention. Where you kind of touched on that. Where I'd like to know if you could tell us a little bit about where the mine is and why that matters to investors.
Sure, no, that's great. It is in state of Chihuahua, north central Mexico. Very easy to get to. Do a direct flight from anywhere in Canada to Dallas Fort Worth, and then you're about an hour and a half flight directly into Chihuahua City. It's got 1 million people. It's very safe. It is very modern. The mine then is about an hour and 10-minute drive on paved roads, right to the mining complex. You've got power right beside it, and importantly, I think there's a few things. It probably should start with the geology. It's right in the Sierra Madres. You can just line up Gatos and Perel and Cusi, and it's this great mineralized package of land. It's a very safe jurisdiction in Mexico. The mill itself, as well as the mining complex, probably has a rebuild value of somewhere between $150 and $200 million today. Plus, it's got permits. And Chihuahua is got a lot of great mining labor to it. Right. And so you've got this great geology, great infrastructure, safe jurisdiction, and a really great labor force. And all of those things really contribute, along with the permits, to allow us to be very optimistic about restarting the mine here in 2026.
Sounds like very supportive of as well, and in terms of an industry for that state. So that should help tremendously. Tell us maybe a little bit with a bit more detail about the assets and how you've been able to add value over the last 12 months.
Sure, yeah. The without getting too much into the geology, but the mineralization, for a start, the property itself is 18 kilometers long in strike, so a ton of exploration potential. The historic mining is focused on 2 little postage stamps within that. But you get this big rhyolitic tuff, which is that's where the mineralization is. And you've got 4 major structures that have been identified to date coming across that rhyolitic tuff and intersecting at the Cusi Fault to the east. And most of the historic mining has taken place where 2 of those structures intersect the fault. And a couple of important things where we think we've added a lot of value. It was believed the Cusi Fault to the east of that rhyolitic tuff was the end of mineralization. And historically, it was felt that anywhere east of that fault, it was just dead rock in terms of being mineralized. What we've now been able to demonstrate on 3 of those 4 major structures over several kilometers is that mineralization at depth carries on to the east of the Cusi Fault. And you essentially have this down-thrown block of mineralization to the east. And it's higher grade, it's higher up in the system. We've proven it by the drill bit on 3 of 4 structures. We'll get testing the 4th fairly soon. So that has really been added a lot of value in the last 12 months, as well as the 4th structure is called San Miguel to the south. It was not available to the previous operator. It was in some litigation. That has since been closed out, and we've acquired that ground. Very high grade. We put half of our drill meters in the 2024 program there and hit some spectacular looking stuff. And it's been a big focus of our program this year with the 15,000 meters. So coming out of, once we come out of the RTO process, we're gonna have a lot of news to show and really show a new understanding of the geology and a huge potential in the land package.
Excellent. Certainly lots to look forward to. What's your plan to grow production and grow the company?
Yes, we have a very ambitious but clear plan. Silverco wants to be a 10 million ounce producer in the next 3 years. So at Cusi itself, which we own currently, we are going to come out with a restart plan in Q1 of 2026. That will show the restart capital needed. It will show the production profile. It will show the AISC, the cost of mining, as well as the resulting economics. Mm. So we plan then on the back of that, we hope to be ramping up mining in H2 of 2026, with a view by the end of 2026 at Cusi alone to show that we can get to sustainably at least 2.5 million ounces of silver equivalent at an AISC somewhere around $20, $25. We're doing that work right now, so I'm a little ahead of myself in making those predictions, but sure, we think that is quite reasonable. The other thing is, through that exploration that we found, we think Cusi could probably double. Hmm. And then, we'll be looking at doing accretive acquisitions. We want to be good custodians of shareholder money, right, and make sure that we're not just adding ounces, but we're actually adding value. And we're pretty active behind the scenes right now doing just that. And of the money we've raised in private co, we still have $13 million. So a lot of that's going into exploration, but a lot of it's going into what other opportunities we could take advantage of.
Sounds pretty exciting. So, that's a great overview and summary of how we've gotten here and where we're going. Obviously, the markets look forward. What kinds of catalysts you've touched on some of them, but maybe you can highlight and maybe point out a couple more that investors or potential investors should look for over the next, say, 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, no, that's great. For a start, in private co, we raised $25 million. We still have 13 million of that. So the very first catalyst will be completing this RTO, which we hope to happen early in Q4. So call it handfuls of weeks away. Right. That'll be catalyst number 1, and we are not doing a raise on the back of that. Without getting too heavy into all the details, we're going to come out of the RTO process with just over 32 million shares at nominally $1.60. That'll give us a 50 million market cap company. We think with the opportunity, we'll actually see some real value creation right away. And that'll be catalyst number one. Number two, as I mentioned, we're 2 drills turning right now. And we've got we're probably halfway through that 15,000 meter drill program. So we're going to have a lot of results coming out of that as we get assays in. That'll be happening almost immediately. The Cusi mine itself, for the purpose of the RTO, we have a technical report, but the historic resource of 66 million ounces is historic and non-compliant. We are looking at validating that right now. So before the end of the year, we should see a mineral resource estimate come out. And so far, things look very good on the validation. Sierra did a very good job of the initial resource, or the now historic resource. So that is probably going to hit before the end of the year. Q1 of next year, we are going to publish this restart plan, and demonstrate, what the upfront capital is, timing, and economics of a Cusi restart. Somewhere in Q2 or perhaps early in H2, we'll start underground mining. And we'll start getting stopes developed again, get a stockpile going, with the aim to then ramp up the mill here just a little bit later on. And those will be huge catalysts as well. In all of that, we'll probably also look for, see if we can do some other accretive acquisitions. So it's going to be a busy year. It's going to be a lot of news, going to generate a lot of value.
Fantastic. A lot of big drivers, and certainly lots to look forward to.
Yeah.
Mark, thanks very much. I appreciate this overview and your time and insights.
Great. Thank you, Peter. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and look forward to getting the RTO going and creating value for shareholders.
Thank you.
Cheers.